Hey there, everybody. Score fun. I'm going to bring you guys an audio commentary of a game I'm observing between Action Jackson and Mr. Hobo. So we're going to have an undead versus human here. As you can see, Action Jackson is opting for a fast altar build, and it is going to be close spawn. So we're going to see if we're going to get a creep check on this. If we are, it's going to be rather good and whatnot for our undead player. As you can see, he is going a fiend build, so I doubt we're going to get a creep check going. As that hero just won't be out in time. Or actually, not a fiend build, sorry. It's a ghoul build, obviously I'm not paying attention. Nothing too exciting going on. Players are just talking to each other. We have an Archmage coming out for Action Jackson, and we have this blacksmith being built, and now we're going to have a farm being put up, and this peasant is going to come over and help the blacksmith. Oh, never mind, he's actually speed building the farm rather than the barracks. So when I do it, I usually have one on the farm and two on the barracks. And you can see we're just having more wood being chopped over here, and Tomb of Relics is now coming down as our Death Knight is coming up. And this Echo is off to scout, and he is going to scout in the right direction. So we'll see how this plays out for the undead. If he's going to get off any good harassment, as our Archmage is just about to come up. So I don't know if the Death Knight's actually going to make it there in time, as he is about 3/4 of the way done, and the Archmage is out, and the militia are off and ready to go assisting creeping. And it looks like he's going to have only 6 militia. I usually bring a bit more, I believe. I'm not really sure. I think I might bring 7. But either way, we are going to have this camp crept, and he is stalling around a little bit, and this might give the Death Knight time to come out. And we have the first footy out too. I guess that's what he might have been waiting for. And pretty good positioning for the militia here, and he has that water elemental right next to this rock golem, so it is going to be being focused rather than his little militia, which is also very helpful. And yeah, this rock golem is going to go down quite quickly here. We have a Scourge Bone Chimes and a Intel Tome, which is going to be very nice. And Death Knight is now coming across the map. I don't think he's going to get anything. And no, it does not look like he's going to get any of these kills. He might get this Troll Trapper if he's lucky. But yes, he does get there in time for the Troll Trapper. Let's see if anything happens. And he's in danger of getting surrounded. He does get a peasant kill. And the surround just breaks with that peasant kill, actually. So bit unlucky there, and he actually runs away with the Troll Trapper, so he ends up getting a peasant and Troll Trapper, so some pretty good pressure coming in here from the undead. And the Archmage is just chasing off these skeletons.
A player's forces are under attack.
And this Echo does go down, and we just have the Death Knight being chased around a little bit. It looks like Action Jackson is going to go ahead and pressure these Echoes, as this Cold Tower is not up and Halls of Dead is not up yet. So actually, no, he opts to not go for them. So looks like he can't really make up his mind at the moment. And the Death Knight is coming back in, and he's going to try to get some creep steals off on this. And I don't know what's going on. Oh, we have a militia scout just scouting, trying to figure out where he is, I guess. And I guess he is going to finally realize that his opponent is up here. I figured he already knew that, but I guess he can't be 100% sure. And now we probably have the Archmage going to go buy some boots, perhaps, and we do have a lagger, so sorry for that. And looks like I'm not 100% sure what Action Jackson's doing. I guess he's just running to the various greens, trying to creep some stuff. And we do have a Town Hall coming up and an Arcane Tower, and more farms being put in the base, and our graveyard's finally come up. We do have a highly number of ghouls here. You think the undead would finally use those to start creeping the undead. Looks like he's trying to go ahead and find Action Jackson here. He's not going to get lucky in the fact that he's not going to be able to. And looks like now we're going to have this orange camp, which will give Action Jackson level 3, and we actually have these ghouls finally coming out. Looks like they're going to creep or either push, and the Death Knight's going to come around the corner just in time for this big camp to start being crept, and the big creep there, the level 5. And Action Jackson's going to start putting some pressure back on, so he's going to just keep switching off with these blah 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 bone chimes. And looks like Action Jackson's going to have to scare off his opponent here. more fireballs, just hitting random people, and Action Jackson is going to fare away from that, and his vault is up. And it looks like we're going to have our first slaughterhouse being put up by the undead Mr. Hobo. And yes, the slaughterhouse is coming up, and no lich being built, so we have 2 slaughterhouses actually coming up. And this orange camp is being cleared away by Jackson, and we do have level 3 being hit, and the Death Knight is still level 1. So we'll see how he's going to be able to work around this, and these ghouls looks like they're going to finish off this Null Overseer as the undead once again goes around looking for the Archmage and attempting to creep steal. And it looks like we're just actually going to have a fast Destro push coming in from the undead, so we'll see how Action Jackson is going to be able to fend this off. And we actually have a lumber mill being put up outside the base, which is a bit odd. I don't really see most players doing that. And it looks like Action Jackson is going to catch on to the fact that it's going to be a fast Destro push. He's going to get 2 more towers put up into his base as he goes back for a Skull of Regen. And the Death Knight finally does hit level 2. And we have Archmage sitting about 3 1/3. Slaughterhouses do finish up. Mr. Hobo's actually pretty low on wood here, which is quite surprising considering he had lots of goals. I guess he used them all to go creep though. So we'll see how that pans out. His Lich is out. And we have an MK building. I wonder if he's going to get stuck here. I'm not sure if the MK is actually big enough to fit that. Maybe he'll pop up right here and he'll be able to walk through freely. But we actually do have 2 guard towers coming up, and now an Arcane Tincture being put up in the back. So maybe we'll see some rifles here, and we actually do have an expo attempt coming out from Action Jackson, as the Death Knight is in the area along with 4 skeleton minions that he planted down. And yes, we did get a creep steal on that, but the Pendant of Energy is picked up by the Archmage rather than the Death Knight. And I think Action Jackson might have actually been able to get a surround there, but he does not. Death Knight actually does steal the health manual. Sorry about that, getting a little cotton mouth. And we have a coil down on the peasants and a Frost Nova, really good one. As you can see, everyone is Frost Nova at the moment. And Action Jackson is just slowly pushing this back as the Death Knight is low, so he's going to have to start running away. And our first 2 statues are coming out, and I'm sure Destro upgrade is going to come as soon as that Black Citadel is up. And we just have some more fireballs going down. No Boots of Speed. He's not going to be able to keep up with them without Boots of Speed, as they do have an Unholy Aura. And yes, his MK actually does end up getting stuck like I assumed. As you can see here, he is stuck. And he's using now the towers and his MK to kill that farm off. And this Water Elemental seems to just be tracking the DK and Lich at the moment. And Action Jackson is headed to cut off these units. Sorry. And looks like we're gonna have to try some pathing here, and the Lich does have enough for another Frost Nova, but it looks like he's going to save it for these peasants over here, as we're probably gonna get a Frost Nova, yes, on a weak one, and he's just going to last hit it essentially, and there it goes. And the Death Knight is still being slowly chased down, and he can fit through these gaps here, so it's a bit unlucky. I'm sure Action Jackson didn't realize that, as he would have sent a few Furies here. And one more fireball, and yeah, he ends up deciding to TP, as he does see this MK here, and he figures a bolt would be incoming, so he ends up deciding to TP, as we had goals coming in to pressure this base too. And Destro upgrade is now coming up, and along with 2 more statues, so it's actually going to work out really nice for him. And he does have a potion of healing, and he has his Orb of Corruption, so we'll see how Action Jackson is going to be able to counter this. Is going to be pretty hurtful on his economy, and with only 3 towers, I'm not sure if it's going to fend off these 4 Destros that are coming in. Action Jack's going to have to apply some pretty good pressure here. We'll see if he's able to actually see these. Yeah, I think he does see these units here, and we'll see if the MK is actually going to get a bolt off, and the slow does come down on the Death Knight. And can we get another surround, maybe another bolt? Potion of Healing is on the Death Knight. He does end up popping it, and we're actually going to try to get a surround here. Bolt does come off, and the footies are applying pressure, and MK is still within line. Yeah, Death Knight goes down, so good job coming in there from Action Jackson, able to get that Death Knight down and probably slow up this rush a little bit from happening. And goals are coming out along with more and more. Footies are falling. Lich does get away with the Orb of Corruption, and it's just going to be an MK and an Archmage fighting here in a minute, along